Hi everyone, Ashlyn Giza YouTube channel. So today I'm going to talk about experiences and stuff like that with Ouija boards. I would just watch this video by this girl. I think her YouTube name is Saintress, something like that, and the title is something like "How I Got Possessed by a Ouija Board." Now, I watched her video because my mom always used to tell me like not to touch those things, and also just because I know of a couple stories where bad things actually have happened to people with those things. And one time my husband and I were asking each other when we were getting to know each other, when we were still in the dating stage, we were asking each other if we've ever touched one of those before, and I said no, no, I would never touch one of those. My mom's father was a minister, pastor, and um, he told her to never touch one of those at all. And and when she said the same thing to me, and when she said it to me, it scared the daylights out of me by her just emphasizing how much she does not want any of us kids touching one, or she doesn't want one in her house. So uh, I never touched one before ever in my life. But my husband has, and he told me the story about what happened to him. So he was with one of our close friends. This kid's name was Travis, and I guess like his dad had a cabin out far away in the country somewhere. We live in Iowa. I don't remember what city the cabin was in. Me and my husband were really close to this kid at one point, but we're not friends with him anymore because he still does like really bad things and like is into drugs and stuff like that, and we don't do any of that. But anyways, so they were playing with the Ouija board. It was nighttime, and they were in the country somewhere, and they were like asking it questions, and I don't know what questions they asked because I never really asked my husband that, but I'll have to ask him tonight. But they were asking it questions, and I guess the Ouija board was like uh doing weird things, and I guess they like heard like banging noises in the shed or garage that was by the cabin, and rocks were like flying at the cabin and the shed and stuff. And so that just like freaked me out listening to his story and made me even more not want to touch a Ouija board. And listening to the girl's story today that I listened to just freaked me out and made me not want to touch one even more, which I never would, but it just made me even more not want to touch one, and just emphasize to my children not to touch the Ouija board. And I've heard a lot of stories on like social media, on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all that about the Ouija board. And in my opinion, that they just none of them sound good. And I also believe that they do possess people. I believe that it's a portal to the spiritual world, but not the good one. I believe it's a portal to hell, basically. And I'm afraid to touch one personally because here's another reason. I'm already like really, really in tune and I have a very high intuition, and I have ESP, which is extra sensory perception, and I can pick up on things already. And a long time ago, when I was living in these apartments, I was doing witchcraft at one point, and I was a Wiccan, and I was like working with different candles, working with like doing spells, and I actually had a spell book and like witchcraft stuff, all that. And but I never had a Ouija board. But I mean, kind of might as well have if I had everything else, but I'm glad I didn't because when I was doing all that dark stuff, spells and having spell book and all that, I ended up seeing like this little girl, but she would be in the corner of my bedroom. And it wasn't like how people describe seeing a little girl. Usually people say, oh, there's this girl in a white dress with long black hair, kind of like The Ring. That's not what I saw. I saw like a silhouette of a girl sitting in a corner, and her head was always down, and she would never look at me. And that's the thing that scared me. So I reached out to a Catholic priest through social media, through this paranormal activities group. And I was talking with him, and I don't remember his exact name, because it was either Travis Clemens or Trevor Clemens, something like that. I don't remember if it was Travis or Trevor, because this was a long time ago, like many years ago, like 2015. And he was talking about with me about what happened to me, what I was seeing, and I was telling him that not every night, but some nights, I saw this silhouette of this girl, but she would never look at me, never talk to me, or any of that. And he right away told me that that wasn't a little girl, that's a demon. And especially if they wouldn't look at me. And because I explained to him that I can pick up on things, and I can connect sometimes with spirits. And he said that was not a little girl, that's all that is demonic stuff. And he actually sent me pennants through the mail, and they were blessed pennants that were blessed in holy water, and they were Catholic pennants. And so he told me to put them on the four corners of my bed, and so I did that. And when I did that, that very night, I shit you not, that silhouette thing was like face down, and like if it was arms and legs, I don't know, because it was like silhouette. It wasn't an actual like person or anything, but it was like face down like that to the ground, and it was like flat down. It wasn't like in a fetal position anymore, sitting up looking down. It was like laid out flat, and it was the creepiest, scariest thing that I've ever experienced in my life. So if that happened, I don't even want to know what would happen if I were or would have picked up a Ouija board and played with one. I would never do that. I never have done that. And I honestly, I don't even really know what I was thinking when I was doing, when I was a Wiccan a long time ago. And so I just am here to tell you guys that if you're ever thinking about picking one up, please have second thoughts and do not do it. I The girl's video that I watched today, I guess her and her friend got theirs at Toys R Us a long time ago. They don't have Toys R Us here anymore in Iowa. I don't know about anywhere else, but they don't here. At least that's what I've read and heard. And then I saw them last year when me and my kids and husband were looking at Halloween stuff and Halloween costumes at Halloween Spirit. And they're just trying to sell them, like, just anywhere. And, like, that's where little kids go to get their costumes with their parents. And also, like, Toys R Us a long time ago, that's crazy to even sell them there. Like, obviously that's not a toy, and that's like something that you use for divination, like tarot cards or a pendulum and things like that. That's basically what the Ouija board is. It's a tool, and you don't want to mess with that. It's not just a board game. So I'm just on here to talk to you guys about it, warn you guys about it, and please don't ever play with one of those. I I don't know any of my family members that have. I don't. I just know like friends and, like I said, social media stories. But I would not use one of those ever. But I wanted to get on here and just talk about it, and if you guys come across that video, I would watch it, because her story will make you second guess and rethink buying one as well. So I don't know, but it's creepy, and I have other like paranormal stories I talk about in other videos, if you scroll back to my old ones. But yeah, so I just wanted to share that with you guys, and I will be on with another life topic.